Mr. Phillips is an old boy from PMH and came back to teach. He has been teaching for over 10 years and is a perfect candidate for the Marist of the Year award. Watch on to find out why. The Marist charisms are the ways of life that Master Champagne followed during his time as a brother and teacher.
The Marist charisms are morals and ways of living that every Marist must follow as best they can. The first one, presence, means that they must always be here, attending every day, especially during big school events. Love of work means that they should always be encouraging students to do their work, coming to school every day with a smile on their face, and always putting that extra bit of work when they can. Family spirit means that they respect all people and show them the loving care of Master and Champagne. Simplicity is to have humility, to be honest, and not to show off. And finally, love of Mary, to show great leadership, to care for those around them, and to make sacrifices for the well-being of those they love.
Mr. Phillips has been teaching for a very long time and is respected by all, including his current colleagues and students. Here's what they have to say.
Yeah, Mr. Phillips is part of the PE department, so he teaches all of the PE subjects. He has the past class as well that I'll share with you. And Mr. Phillips also teaches science.
His favourite though, because I'm a PhD teacher as well, I have to say PE would have to be his favourite. I think what makes Mr. Phillips different from everyone else is his genuine love for this place and for the school and probably most importantly for the students. I think that's what makes him a little bit different. I think he really cares about where the school's going, but I think he has a genuine care for how Parramatta Marist is going. And I think that's what, even though it should be a common goal for a lot of people, I think Mr. Phillips always keeps it at the forefront of his mind. So I think that's what really makes him, really quite unique.
What makes Mr. Phillips different from everybody else?
Mr. Phillips has a unique teaching style and he teaches things differently.
I believe that Mr. Phillips does have a different method because he's more of a show teacher, so he shows us what we have to do before actually making us do the work. He explains it very well and he helps us through the process of learning how to do certain things.
Well, Mr. Phillips is present. He's there. His presence, especially with Year 12, being the Year 12 coordinator, he's with the Year 12s quite often. He knows them all very well, and that's one of the things that makes him very, very effective and shows the pillar of presence.
For many years he's been involved in different extracurricular activities. He loves being involved in team sports. He genuinely likes seeing young men achieve and really works well in a team.
Mr. Phillips is a very coordinated teacher. He helps out a lot, he's always present, and he always makes sure that we understand what we're doing. Always makes sure we're working together and collaboratively to help us learn more.
Well, the fact that he does so much of it, he wouldn't still be doing what he does if he doesn't love it. So the love of work that he has, there have been a number of things that the school has done, school-wide initiatives, that we have decided to do at very late notice, and Mr. Phillips has been one of the main organisers of that, and he's done a lot of work to allow that to happen. And so that, once again, that doesn't happen unless you love what you do.
His care for the school is really second to none. He loves being here and he loves his role as a youth coordinator, and whether it be within hours or even out of hours, he's determined to do it the best he can. I think he takes a lot of pride in his work and really wants to keep growing and developing here at Parramatta Marist. I think that's a real key, I think, of showing your love of work.
Simplicity.
Mr. Phillips demonstrates the charism of simplicity through the way he teaches us. He makes us understand what we're doing first before we actually start, and then he takes us through step by step how we're going to learn the new project.
Everything that Mr. Phillips does is very simple. He doesn't make things complicated. There's no point making things complicated because that just makes everybody else's life harder. So he makes things as simple for everybody as possible.
I'm sure he won't mind me saying this, but he always says to his year group, do the little things right. It's about the little things.
The way of Mary was a very loving person. And Mr. Phillips shows his love every single day. He shows his love of his students, he shows his love of his family, and in extended form, his students are his family, the students and staff and other people here. He shows love for them in the work that he does on a daily basis.
He's incredibly loyal, he's very caring, he's kind. But I think probably the most important characteristic is one that I just said earlier, is that he cares. He shows genuine care for the place he's in, and I think that rubs off on both staff and students alike.
Mr. Phillips lived similarly to the way St. Marcelin Champagne lived. Just like St. Marcelin, Mr. Phillips goes out of his way to teach others and help young men learn. He lives up to the Catholic value of community and common good, by creating a strong bond with his fellow teachers and students. He shows his respect and love for those around him.
This is why we believe that Mr. Phillips is the perfect candidate for the Marist of the Year award. He follows all of the Marist charism correctly, is respected by all of his colleagues and students.